Yeah, baby, Eternals, y'all ready? Y'all excited? Y'all excited? I'm not. I'm not. What's going on, guys, gals, and other pals? My name is Matt. You can call me Matty G or anything. And welcome back to another... Hey, you stupid cock! Ah! Have you been drinking my chocolate milk?
What? No. What are you talking about?
You see this gallon? Do you see this gallon?
Yes, I see. Yeah.
It's empty!
I mean, there's still milk in there. What the hell?
Oh, fuck!
Who the hell was that? Anyway, The Eternals is the newest installation of the MCU, following up the previous movie, Shang-Chi, which, in comparison, is much smaller and much better. Recently, it feels like Marvel's been trying to, top themselves with how many, people they can cram in a single poster or hero shot. It's like, single hero movies are out, baby. Bigger cast means bigger cash. Yeah! Oh boy, talking about a bigger cast. Eternals introduces a vast array of new heroes to cling to, including, but not limited to, the main one, Superman, American Sign Language in BC times, the worst one, Family Matters, Angelina Jolie, Gilgamesh, Tinkerbell, Bollywood, and many more. This movie's got a bigger cast of superheroes than I have real life friends. It's sad, really. To sum it up, Eternals is about a team of immortal beings who have protected Earth for centuries. Now that the evil that they once fought has returned, the broken team must reunite and remember their familial bonds with one another to prevent a cataclysmic event from happening. People have been saying that this is the worst Marvel movie ever. They finally did a really crappy one. There's actually a bad MCU movie. They're saying it's the lowest rated too. I haven't actually seen what... Wait, hold on. What is it rated? Eternals. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that's worse than Thor the Dark World. Oh, no!
Jeez, nothing's worse than Thor the Dark World.
Thank you for your input, person. Eternals is a very flawed movie. Do all of those mistakes sum up to such a bad reviewed movie? Are those reviews justified? Yes and no. But in its defense, Eternals has had the Herculean task of introducing an entire cast of heroes, several new concepts and characters and other forms of beings and things like that they've only hinted at for nerds like me and others to go and ruin their favorite pairs of socks. With all these concepts and new characters that they had to introduce, this movie was going to have to do some crazy flippin' stuff to actually get this thing to be a perfect introduction. Which, is it a good introduction? No. But was it an introduction we could be okay with? Yeah, it was fine. But because of how many things there were in this thing, it started to get crowded so fast with so many unnecessary things. The hero cast was far too big. There was too many heroes that actually were needed at all. For the most part, the heroes just kind of popped in and popped out. Unneeded subplots that the movie had that sometimes went nowhere. They had, at some points, unnecessary villains. The villains practically seemed like they were whatever. Too many genres they were trying to do. They were trying to be funny, they were trying to be dramatic, they were trying to be historical, they were trying to be cosmic and down to earth. They had too much of everything and too little of anything. They didn't focus on one of these topics they wanted to portray. They didn't grab one of these concepts and really put a visual to it. They had so many hinted topics and so many barely touched on concepts, and it was okay, cool, this could be interesting. Where's the rest of it? The story is jumbled and it's confused, and sometimes the hero's motivations are downright evil. Evil. Some of these heroes, I'm not going to mention any names, are just so obnoxious and arrogant and just they feel almost like they're trying to portray gods to themselves. And it's just like, oh my god. Me as an audience member should never look at one of these heroes and I'm like, man, this guy kind of sucks. And he never gets redeemed. Like they did that with Tony Stark. Tony Stark was kind of a mean person. They redeemed him and made him better. Some of these heroes can be just mean people, and they just stay that way. They're never redeemed, really. And when they do help, it's like, it's a little too late. It's a little too late. The action scenes were both good and bad. Like, the effects were fine sometimes, and sometimes they just looked a little wonky. Here, the Eternals, the team has such varied superpowers. It's so weird. One of them is literally called Superman in the movie, which is confusing because it's like, does Superman exist in this world? Huh? And what's his name? Kumail Nanjiani? I'm so sorry if I messed that up. His power for his character is literally finger guns. This man coming out here looking this beefy just to be like, bah. Well, little Timmy, who was your favorite hero? I like the hero who go pew pew. This movie was just a little bit too much. And sometimes a lot of these characters could have been cut out entirely. Villains could be cut out entirely. Sometimes they even are. The heroes that they did show were like boring to be around. My favorite heroes had to be by far, the ones who were most interesting to me were Gilgamesh and Phaistos. And I will give this movie credit. It does have a lot of diversity in the cast. It does have a lot of like different languages and different kind of people and races and all this thing. And it's like a very nice thing to see the diversity of it. And it actually shows the very first on-screen gay couple of the MCU, which is something to be proud of. And it also shows sexy. Yeah, just about as subtle as me saying is how it pops up into the movie. Awkward as hell, by the way, for all the below 13-year-olds who have to come in to watch the Marvel movies, and all the parents who were like, yeah, come on, kid. It's gonna be some heroes going bang, punch, and pow. They're going bang, punch, and pow somewhere else, you know what I'm saying? To me, a Marvel fan, a fanboy who's been in love with the Marvel Universe for so long, I've been reading the comics and collecting everything, the TV shows, all that stuff. To me, this movie isn't bad. It is far from good. I will say it's less than mediocre. My favorite parts of the whole movie weren't showed up enough. It was the topics of the Celestials, this higher being, superpowered higher being. Those were the coolest things in the movie. And also, I guess, the hints of what will happen next. Ooh, look at this character. Oh, Harry Styles is in this movie. Whoa! And it was kind of sad to see that these essentially like cosmic heroes are just bound to Earth, and the most interesting part of their characters isn't bound to Earth. It's up in space when they're not trapped in a place like New York. Hey, now, don't you be talking trash about New York. Everything happens in New York. All the Marvel heroes are New Yorker. Every movie involves New York in some way.
This movie doesn't even take place in New York. Okay.
Don't forget about the chocolate milk.
With all that being said, what would I rate this movie? I'd say, I don't know, it wasn't really that good. I'll give it a 4 out of 10. How about that? Would I rewatch it? No. Maybe one more time. Am I happy that I watched it? Nah. The MCU is a super big TV show, and if you miss an episode, you might not know what's happening next, so I guess I am happy I watched it so I could just stay in the loop, but wait until it goes to streaming. But anyway, thank y'all guys so much for watching. I hope you guys liked the video and subscribe. If y'all guys want to hear me react or review any kind of thing, just let me know down in the comments. I'll react to anything. Manga, anime, movies, TV shows, music, comics, you name it, I'll review it. Tell me what y'all guys think of Eternals. Maybe you guys liked it. Maybe you guys hate it. Adios! And I can't wait to see y'all guys in the next one.